so much for watching this Sunday afternoon. We're going to start off the show with something critically important. It is how to stay fit. I am here with Diana Patton. We're going to talk a little bit about being fit over 50.
Yes. Hi, Keisha. It's so good seeing you.
It's so good to meet you. Thank you so much. Let me go back. Let's start from the beginning. When did you know that this was a passion of yours and this is something that you needed to share with the rest of us?
Okay, so a passion of mine, it's been a passion of mine my whole life. I've never really not been about wellness and health. To share it was from this past year, right after George Floyd. And it was primarily because of a lot of the trauma and the re-traumatization I felt after George Floyd.
So for many people, that type of event sends us spiraling into depression,
Yes.
sends us spiraling into a place where we don't want to work out. We don't want to eat right. We want to sit away from the television with a bucket of ice cream. You went in the opposite direction. I know that you've always been a runner. So where did that come from?
So Keisha, for me, I was that person who was traumatized, but my traumatization after George Floyd was I did go into a depression, but I lost 12 pounds. And I was shaking and had this really interesting way of having to get through that. What got me through that, however, was connecting with a therapist and continuing to do my practice. So for me, I grew up and I was a runner in high school. I ran in college, and post-college, I knew that running was really my therapy. Right. So for a lot of people who are serious runners, running is therapy because you work a lot of stuff out through your head. But then 25 years after doing the running that I've been doing my whole life, I sustained a labrum tear in my hip. And that's when I discovered yoga. And then yoga, I was like, whoa, where's yoga been my whole life? Because you're not beating your body up. You're learning how to breathe. You're learning how to stretch. You're learning how to get strong and flexible, which is what you need as you age. And then it's also helping with your mental side of things because you're able to meditate. And for me, it's about focusing on God and what he wants me to do with my life. So yoga is my new love, so much so that on my 50th birthday, I wrote a book called This Yogi's Journey, which is everyone's journey.
I love it. Now, is that book something that the novice could read and appreciate, learn from, and get tips? Because again, we're all starting at different levels, right? Again, I look at you and I'm like, how can you tell me anything about being over 50 when you're only 32 yourself?
Well, okay, I'll take 35.
You tell me you're over 50. I'm going to take that from Faye Tally. But for many of us, we think that, okay, because I didn't start in my 20s or I didn't start in my 30s, my metabolism isn't quite what it used to be. This is going to be a really difficult journey. How do I take those baby steps? How do I take those first steps? Can this book maybe help us with that?
Okay, yes, absolutely. And let me just say, listen, ladies, it is never too late to start. And when I started yoga, I could not touch my toes. So let's just keep this real. We all start in different places. But one of the things you learn about yoga, you don't look to the left, you don't look to the right, you look straight ahead or on your mat. And we call it a drishki, focus. You're not looking at other people. You're looking at what you can do, and you're looking upward. For me, it's with God and from within.
I love it. Well, now I can't let you get out of here without giving us a website. Can we, stay in contact with you, get the book through a website?
Absolutely.
Learn about the process.
Absolutely. So please go to risewithdiana.com. You can also follow me on social media through Instagram, Facebook, from Twitter, all those different wonderful places. But then also people can ask to join my private page, my private group called Women Who Rise and Advocate.
I love it. Thank you so much for giving us this boost of energy, this boost of enthusiasm. Always need some time to someone to tell us, you know what, you can do this.
Yes.
You can do it. And looking at you, you're such an inspiration. So thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, Keisha, for having me. Have a great day.
You too. All right, guys, you have all of the information that you need. Please take the opportunity to rise with Diana. Go to the website, go to social media, follow her there, and make this the opportunity where you take the step in the right direction, right? We've all dealt with so much in the last 2 years. We've all dealt with so much in the last 10 years, if you want to start talking about social justice. Take some time for yourself and rise with Diana. Stay tuned for more Focus Atlanta here on Atlanta's CW.
After you're hurt, the real fight for your life begins.